Hey everybody. Good afternoon. Well, good evening. When of course when you load this, when I load this, y'all know it will be evening. Y'all forgive my hair if it looks fuzzy. Most of you know that I'm trying. Well, not trying. I am doing it. I am growing out my natural hair, so it's gonna fuzz. It's not gonna lie. I'm like relaxed here. So here we are. What I did, I pulled this out. The young people has got this thing. What we used to call as children, Jackson. Pulled it out, put it down this morning, not forgetting, but not thinking about the fact that the hair is yeah, sorry. So sorry guys. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, not forgetting, not focusing on the fact that the hair is natural hair and it won't stay down. So by the time I got to work, jump her back. Anyway, but I'm loving it. Loving the natural vibes. I digress. That's not what I came to talk about. Friday the 24th, this is afternoon. I will load this video this evening when I get off from work. I know we're not doing good. I know some people are emotional, especially mothers. I ran social media a bit and I noticed that there were at least, but based on what I saw on my feed, like two of the funerals for the MV Barima victims. That's happening, and we're going to see a lot more of that in the coming days and the coming weeks. And what I wanted to do is to ground us. Listen, everything that we're dealing with, let it ground us. Keep your feet on the ground and remind you to stay humble because this life is so fragile. In this case, it is unfortunate. I saw somebody refer to it as murder in the Atlantic Ocean. And of course, you know which government, which party is being blamed for it, rightfully so. I came to remind y'all today, if y'all don't wake up soon enough and realize that the PPPC cult administration is the weapon formed against this country, and I think I alluded to the cat gonna eat with dinner earlier this week on a post on social media. But cat gonna eat with dinner if we don't wake up quick and understand that the PPPC, them is the weapon formed against this nation. I notice now, which is a very good thing, mind you. I am not knocking the fact that there is Parliament on the 27th of July. I noticed Parliament on the 27th of July, which is Monday coming. Let me remind y'all, because sometimes, lest we forget, you know what they're doing now? Everything, distraction. They're trying to change the narrative from, because that is an embarrassment. Let me tell y'all something. This is the worst tragedy, the most horrific tragedy in the history of this nation. Worse than Son Chapman. It's even worse than obviously, the Durham fire. God rest all of those baby souls. Hmm? It is the worst tragedy, and nothing like this has ever happened under no president before, no government. It is the worst. So I'm going to take this opportunity to remind all of y'all trolls that jumping up come out for cuss and abuse people like me. Again, cuss from morning till noon or night. It will not change the fact that your leaders are criminals. The PPP leaders are criminals. I say so. Guyana says so. Most of we say so. I see some of you now are getting your panties in a bunch because was the league world, whatever league, I don't even pay attention to these entertainment things. I know it's cricket is we own, but that is still happening at the stadium. um the conference, it's a show conference, still went on, and you have various peoples in different parts of society who are promoting parties and whatnot. I told y'all this would happen. I told y'all that on Monday. But I didn't bring it up so soon. I said the next big event, people gonna go. But look, everybody outside already. And I am saying this is what happens when the PPP puts things out there to distract us and to move us. Now they come with Parliament. They got a certain former member Parliament. He's on my page. And I left him there. He jumped from the APNU AFC. He was a former AFC member. Jumped from the APNU to APNU AFC to the PPP. Now, throughout this entire tragedy, adults died, babies died, people still at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean are home by in say not a word of rest in peace. You know we keep doing every day. He just keep reposting things from the PPP pages and so. I noticed the smiling minister, labor, manpower, young man, like he ain't talking no more. Well, not talking, because he never talk. He don't even know nothing about what's going on in the ministry. He smile. You see, he picks them all. He's smiling for the week and so. Everything that they post is old. When I say old articles, I mean articles of the tragedy and whatnot. All of a sudden, he gone dumb. You know why? Because he's Air fans whipping boy. Not a word from me. How the people you see, I come here and I shift my focus to talk about one thing, my focus shift. But all in all, it's trying to keep our people conscious and aware of what is happening. I want to know something. The people would jump, especially those who jump from the PNC and APNU. I ain't bigging up the PNC and APNU so much right now, neither, because I got my own issues with them. Those of you who follow me on social media would know what I posted about recently. Now, how y'all feel, especially those of you who jumped from the PNC over to the PPP? How y'all feel? Y'all feel nice? Y'all proud? Y'all proud of the government that you joined, of the leaders that are now your heroes? Y'all feel good? Come out and say something. Talk. But y'all got to be mindful how you speak, because your masters are going to whip you if you don't speak properly. And yes, people can come and say, oh, my like it is too harsh language, it's slavery language. Well, I ain't calling nobody a slave. But we can't fit. If you see yourself as the why, who's me? You cannot come out and speak because your leaders over there will cut off your supply. This is the most devastating. How y'all feel that y'all jump ship? None of the parties or governments or wherever you came from, none of this. This has never happened on none of the watch. How y'all feel now to be part? I saw somebody, he said, and I say taking it too far. To quote the young man, he said, imagine, yeah, brave boy. I mean, you know, Guyanese try to find the funny in everything. To me, there's no funny in this. But he said, yeah, brave. Imagine, yeah, just murder more than 100 people in the Atlantic Ocean. But, and I pray that Facebook or TikTok don't take this down for me using that word that I just used. When y'all don't do all of that, y'all gonna the interfaith, y'all gonna keep interfaith ceremony. They are responsible. The blame lies squarely at them. But coming back to what I originally started talking about, people hold the focus. Do not be distracted. All kind of things gonna come up. As I was talking about the former AFC member who was a member of parliament in APNU, every day he posting, everything is about supposed development stuff from the PPP and the government. All in the name of distracting you. They're trying to now turn the conversation, change the conversation from this MV Barima tragedy. It is the worst tragedy in the history of this nation since we gained independence. It is the worst tragedy. It is bad. It is terrible. Don't let me sugarcoat it. It is bad. And I'm seeing already that we as a people we're allowing them to change the conversation, to switch the narrative. And that should not happen. In the developed world, let me watch my time. In the developed world, things like this, disasters like this move governments. Let me tell you something. If you see, this don't remove the PPPC out of office, whether before 2030 or come 2030, we're going to sit down and we're going to take everything that they give you, and they're not going to stop until there's nothing left in this country to salvage. We close. We're very close, because if a boat could go down in the Atlantic Ocean with more than 100 of our citizens, and as far as I'm concerned, we still don't know how much people went on the boat. And we're going on as business as usual. Anything else could happen in it. This is it. This is the limit. I saw somebody said, oh, as soon as people talk about taking action, I said, oh, we can't come out on the streets and destroy we community. I am one who will say that you can't get out on the streets and destroy your communities, but there are ways in which you can do it. I will not. We're all Guyanese. I saw one of them who jumped ship from the PNC. His father came out and said, oh, how we gonna live? We're not now. He's not a member of parliament in the PNC or in the APN, you know more. You got a big position in the PNC. I don't like calling names on this thing, because one, I gonna trip 20 months in a Sunday. Yeah, that make no sense, but make it make sense. I'm gonna trip all sideways. You can see 20 all crazy sides of me if people come for me for nothing, because I don't trouble nobody. So I don't like calling names. But the one we father, he jump out and say, how we gonna live? See, he sit down in wherever it is that flat-foot hustler president run and go when he came back. See, he sit down next to the red t-shirt. In my mind, I'm like, you are so lucky and so sucked up to these people that you turn up there. We're mourning the loss of more than 100 people in the Atlantic Ocean, and you turn up there with a red t-shirt, sit down next to the flat-foot hustler president like a clown. Yes, I have on red today, but this red, this hair is blood. This is the blood of the more than 100 people. And some of them who still at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. And we got the nerve and the Prime Minister. I know I'm all over the place today, but I trust that when I done rant, something you must be able to take from it and understand what I'm saying. And then the empty-headed PM got the nerve to come out here and say, oh, he see elements of the opposition. He just like Flatfoot Hustler here, fun. Who is the Prime Minister talking to about elements? Who the hell he calling elements? Y'all are disrespectful. Y'all are laced with contempt and bitterness. I keep telling y'all, we are run by a mafia / cult administration, and the blood of this nation will remain on their hands. But before I begin to stop this video, end this video here, because I gotta go back to work, do not let these people distract y'all and change the narrative from this tragedy. It is good that we're having Parliament, but I find it interesting that we didn't hear nothing but that because Parliament goes into recess in August. We didn't hear nothing but a sitting of Parliament. All of a sudden, we have in Parliament on the 20th. I'm happy. Before I came on, I saw, it looks like there's a call. I didn't get to read the article fully, but it looks like there's a call for the matter to be debated in the National Assembly. I'm happy for that. But I just saying, y'all don't let this government distract y'all. They're wicked and they're evil. And if they're not removed from office, like I said, y'all take it however y'all want to take it. Whether they remove now, before 2030 or come 2030, if they don't come out of office, they're going to rape and scrape us, and we will have nothing left in this nation. We will have nothing left. We will have nothing left as a people, as a human race, as a nation. We will have nothing left. Do not let them change the narrative and distract you. And again, Ali, I would jump ship and go over there. I hope you are proud. I hope you're proud who are now your leaders. Because they're your leaders. That's not me leaders. They're not my leaders. I hope all of you are proud. But you know what? At the end of the day, something has to happen. None of this can go on forever. The good Lord will deliver his people, but then his people has to understand and show willingness to be delivered and walk the walk. You don't just talk, you gotta walk it. You want to be delivered, you will be delivered. No matter how long it takes. The longest rope has an end. But like I said, I know I rambled today because it is so much happening. But my main message today is do not allow them to distract you and to change the narrative. Yeah, people jump and say, oh, how long? Yeah, I want people to rent on it. Somebody gave an example that she went into the comment section of the activity that they're having on the National Stadium, the cricket activity. And the person claimed that some sports journalist job officer, oh, how long I want people mourn for? People gotta live the life. Live your life, boo. I keep telling y'all, it's your money. Live your life, spend it. Don't come out here on the internet crying when things ain't right. This is me position. The PPPC administration has nothing but contempt and disrespect for this nation. How much statements you see from the vice president and the president? I know people have ventilated on this part of it before. Waste of time. Waste of space. What I do like, and most of you who know me well know I've always had a problem with hits and jams. I'm happy that the video with that fool circulating about, and their song so unintelligent when they make these statements. Yes, I know it's an old video with him talking about how we what are we doing? What we congratulating or we thanking the minister of public, wherever he is, man. I'm confused right now. Edgil. Congratulating and thanking Edgil for giving them the boat. And yes, Phillies, we're going out on the boat. We're going out on the water with a brand new boat. He sounds so stupid. I have never, ever had anything decent or good or any respect for hits and jams. You know why? Because from the time they came into existence, all they have done is encourage the young people of this nation to party hardy and spend out a little money. Them disappointment. So yeah, I'll continue to share the video. Let people see how unintelligent he sound, all in the name of partying and jiving. I do not like any of them because they never encourage our young people in this country to do nothing good with the money. Spend, 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 party, 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 drink, 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 drink. And they collecting all the money. Them, all of them wicked. They got I know I'm being judgmental right now. And God ain't gonna like it because I'm a Christian. But Father, please forgive me when I'm done. Some of y'all, they got a special corner in hell for y'all. I got to go. It's Friday. You see, I'm talking and having wardrobe malfunction, all kind of thing because I'm working myself up. But it's Friday. I'll have a good weekend. Be safe. Stay conscious, people. Do not let this government change its narrative from that vessel sinking in the Atlantic Ocean. That is it. I gone.